Hi everyone, welcome to Infocraft. Today we are reviewing Severance, the TV show. Imagine waking up each day to a life where your memory is split into two distinct parts, one for work and one for everything else. Severance follows employees at the mysterious Lumon Industries, where a surgical procedure completely severs your work memories from your personal ones. The show uses this premise to ask profound questions. Who are we when our experiences are divided? What does it mean to be whole? This bifurcation not only serves as a literal plot device, but also as a metaphor for how contemporary life forces us to compartmentalize our very identities. In the world of Severance, the daily work ritual isn't about creative innovation or passion, it's about refining numbers in the macro-data refinement department. On the surface, their job appears banal, a never-ending cycle of data sorting in stark, cold office corridors. Yet this repetitive task is deliberately infused with a sense of urgency and hidden significance. The work itself, as the show suggests, is designed not merely to sustain the company, but to maintain the carefully engineered separation of self that Lumon imposes on its employees. This division of work and personal identity serves as a metaphor for modern work culture. Employees are stripped of any recollection of their outside lives during work hours, making them easier to manage, less prone to dissent, and ultimately more predictable. This systemic alienation from one's true self echoes long-standing critiques of capitalist work environments where the process of labour often leaves workers feeling dehumanized and detached. Lumon Industries is presented as a nearly omnipotent entity with a hidden agenda. The company's motives remain mysterious throughout the series. While it offers the tantalizing promise of work-life balance through the severance procedure, Lumon is also depicted as a controlling, opaque machine that thrives on secrecy. The inner workings of Lumon are obscured by layers of cryptic protocols and an aesthetic that is both futuristic and eerily retro. Every detail, from its labyrinthine office corridors to its stark, clinical production design, contributes to a sense of being trapped in a system that values efficiency over human connection. The real mystery lies in what Lumon is truly after. Is it simply an experiment in workforce management, or is there a darker, more profound purpose behind the severance procedure? As the series unfolds, hints of a larger conspiracy emerge, the company's rituals, its almost cult-like reverence for the enigmatic Egan family, and its strict control over every aspect of an employee's experience all point toward an agenda that goes far beyond mere profit. Instead, Lumon seems to be orchestrating a grand, unsettling experiment in human identity, one that forces us to confront the price of sacrificing our personal memories and experiences for the sake of corporate order. The visual language of Severance is as deliberate as its themes. Imagine each frame as a carefully composed painting. Each corridor, with its unyielding symmetry and clinical lighting, the sterile, retro-futuristic office spaces, lit in stark contrasts of shadow and light, mirror the inner void and confinement experienced by the characters. The various departments, each with its own bizarre, almost theatrical decor, are meticulously designed to amplify this feeling. The cinematography doesn't merely serve as a backdrop, it becomes a storyteller itself, revealing the eerie beauty of a world designed to compartmentalize life. At its heart, Severance is a meditation on personal identity. By splitting a person into an innie, their work self, and an outie, their personal self, the show challenges us to consider the age-old question, are these two halves still one person? Philosophers like John Locke famously argued that personal identity is anchored in the continuity of memory, suggesting that our sense of self arises from the seamless flow of experiences. Yet in Severance, the deliberate splitting of memories into a work-bound innie and a personal outie challenges this idea. If significant parts of our lived experience are hidden away, can the two halves still be considered one unified self? This question echoes not only Locke's theories, but also invites us to consider how modern technology and contemporary corporate practices further complicate our understanding of identity in an increasingly fragmented society. Even René Descartes' dualistic view, which separates mind from body, is given a literal twist in the series as the same body harbours two disconnected consciousnesses. This setup invites us to reflect on whether physical continuity is sufficient to preserve our identity, or if the essence of who we are lies solely in our conscious experiences. Moreover, Karl Marx's analysis of alienation provides a compelling lens for viewing this division. Just as Marx warned that capitalism estranges workers from the fruits of their labour, Severance portrays a world where employees are not only separated from the outcomes of their work, but also from the very core of their being. The severance procedure becomes a stark metaphor for the dehumanizing effects of modern labour, forcing individuals into compartmentalized lives that diminish the richness of the human experience. Expanding on these themes, one might also consider the insights of existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus, who emphasize the inherent absurdity and responsibility of creating meaning in a fragmented world. Camus, for instance, observed that rebellion against an irrational condition is itself an assertion of one's freedom and individuality. In Severance, the struggle to reclaim a whole self from the confines of a divided existence mirrors the existential quest to resist a predetermined dehumanizing order. Ultimately, Severance serves as a modern parable that intertwines the insights of Locke, Descartes, Marx, and existential thinkers to illuminate the cost of dividing our lives into isolated compartments. The show teaches us that true wholeness arises not from the sterile segregation of our work and personal lives, but from embracing the full spectrum of our human experience. In challenging us to reconsider how much of ourselves we are willing to sacrifice for efficiency and control, Severance reminds us that our quest for identity is both a personal journey and a collective struggle, a timeless endeavor to reclaim the unity of our fragmented selves. By rendering work and life mutually exclusive, Severance dramatizes the profound estrangement that arises under capitalist structures, urging us to reflect on the true cost of efficiency and control. In doing so, it invites viewers to reconsider not only how we define our identity, but also the price we pay for a fragmented existence. Thank you for watching. For more content like this, please like and share our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content, let us know what you want to see next in the comments down below.